Welcome. My name is Derek J. Turner, and this is Derek J's Social Work Spot. Today we'll be discussing ethical dilemmas that a therapist may encounter when working with a person that has borderline personality disorder. Today I'm going to highlight some ethical dilemmas that a clinician might encounter when working with this population. And I want to encourage therapists to use ethical dilemmas as a therapeutic advantage within the therapeutic process. With the help of my client, I will demonstrate how a therapist may use an ethical dilemma to their advantage in therapy. For confidentiality purposes, I will refer to my client with his initials as DJ. DJ is a 26-year-old African-American male with a high school education. He is employed at his family business in his neighborhood bakery. DJ's parents reported since his twin brother left to go to college and began his career in the Army 7 years ago, his behavior has become extreme and heightened. And because it became so extreme, he has been threatened to take his own life. The family is also Muslims, and the Islamic religion has real strict beliefs when it pertains to suicide. His interpersonal battles are much deeper than the average person with this diagnosis. We are going to meet DJ after the assessment, and he is waiting to hear the results. Before we meet DJ, I would like to state the first ethical dilemma. Should I tell DJ about his diagnosis? But in the olden days, some therapists will argue not to disclose the diagnosis because of the negative stigma that is associated with the disorder. But with the advance in treatment and research, now therapists are encouraged to disclose the disorder. The Social Work Code of Ethics 1.01 states, now I'm paraphrasing here, the social worker has a commitment to the client and is responsible to promote the well-being of the client. If I do not disclose the disorder, I will be doing my client a disservice. When a person goes to the hospital to find out what's wrong with them, and once the doctors find out, the doctors would tell the patient what's going wrong. This same thing applies in this situation, in this field. We should tell our clients what's going wrong with them. Good afternoon, DJ. Thank you for returning back for your follow-up session. I just want to know what's going on. I tried everything. I've been going to the mosque to deal with these thoughts I have. Okay, DJ. You meet the 5 criteria for borderline personality disorder. Oh my goodness. Who else am I supposed to see? Nah, man. Nah. I ain't seeing nobody else. Nah. You the only person I'm gonna see. I ain't seeing nobody else. Nope. Persons with borderline personality disorder have a tendency to react intensely in negative ways and can be easily triggered when discussing their diagnosis. I'm going to use this session as a therapeutic opportunity to educate DJ about his disorder. And I will also emphasize empathy is not a death sentence. Due to research and improvements in treatment, you can manage your symptoms and function. But this requires a lot of work and commitment. This is not going to be an easy battle, but together we can battle this. And this is hope for you, and I believe you can do this. Really? So you mean tell me I can manage my symptoms? By sharing the diagnosis and educating the client is most likely to respect the therapist and is more optimistic about treatment. DJ is a Muslim, and he is very ingrained into the Islamic religion. This is a big one. Social Work Code of Ethics state, paraphrasing again, social workers should understand culture and its functions and human behavior in society. recognize the strengths that exist in the culture. Also, in the next segment, I'm going to address self-determination. Social workers should respect and promote the right of clients' self-determination. Social workers may limit clients' rights when their actions or potential actions pose a serious, foreseeable, and imminent risk to themselves or others. Okay, DJ, remember I said that this is not going to be an easy process and there are going to be some struggles, but everyone's treatment is unique and different. You have a strong connection to your faith. I understand that Islam religion is a strict religion, and the suicide attempts and thoughts is shown upon within the religion. And there are some things that you cannot discuss with your family and friends, but everything that is said here is confidential, and that you can't tell me anything. The only way I will breach confidentiality is if you have an intent to harm someone or yourself. And with your diagnosis, suicide thoughts and attempts are increased. How have you dealt with suicide thoughts in the past? I thought about suicide a couple times, but it's forbidden within my religion. And if anybody found out that it was suicide, I'm afraid they would treat my family different. And that's why after my brother left to go to college, I tried to create an accident car crash. I just got in the car and was just driving, recklessly swerving in and out of traffic, hoping that somebody would hit me. And then I would just spin out of control, which I kind of ran into an ice patch, and I did spin out of control and hit a telephone pole, and I totaled the car. Every client situation is different, and if a client were to have a suicide attempt and fail or succeed, the social worker must realize we cannot save everyone, but we do need to assess our competence. Social Work Code of Ethics 1.04 states, I'm paraphrasing here, competent social workers should provide service and represent themselves as competent only within the boundaries of their education, training, license, certification, consultation received, supervised experience, or other relevant professional experiences. To wrap things up, we discussed using ethical dilemmas as a therapeutic advantage during the session. We discussed Social Work Code of Ethics 1.01, competent to clients. So 1.02, self-determination and culture competency. With this population, there needs to be strict guidelines because they will test the therapist. And the guidelines need to be addressed at the beginning of the therapeutic process.